Chin up. Up.
I'm up.
You're slouching.
I am not.
You're slouching.
No, I'm not.
You're bending over.
I'm not.
Okay. You were slouching there. You're leaning.
Okay, let's move on.
Shoulders back, chest up. Podcast time. So the big question is this. How are leaders like you that recognize people and technology are the backbone of the company they're building continue to make progress when they have no clear idea on how to develop individuals and utilize technology in a way that helps them remain profitable? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. This is Tom and Michaela, and welcome to the Heart and Hustle podcast. I had to change the background because you walked in tonight with your jacket.
I took my jacket off.
You took your jacket off because
It's my Sunday outfit.
it's your
pretty much.
It's your Sunday.
Become my Sunday outfit.
It's your Sunday outfit. The same outfit. Typically, I wear the same thing. You've been wearing the same thing
On a Sunday.
on the Sunday, our podcast night. So I had to change our backdrop, our sticky note, to show that this is actually a new day.
That's going to drive some people crazy. I took my sweatshirt off, though.
I know you did.
Change it up a little bit.
You did change it up a little bit. So I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
So
It has really become my Sunday chill.
I noticed
garb.
that. That's okay though. It's cold. It's dreary. I don't know.
It's cold.
It's not Florida.
It's not Florida.
You know, we just got back a few days. A week ago now? Not even a week ago.
Yeah, not even a week ago.
A week ago.
Tomorrow.
A week ago tomorrow. Heading back in a couple weeks. And you know, it is different. We met that lady. I don't know, a few times ago, and she talked about this blue zone. I had no idea what that meant until I spoke with her. And even this past time down there, I mean, it is just different. I mean, the people are different. We've been there. We spoke
People
about
are
that.
different.
And without going there, but just the feeling like your body feels different down there. I mean, my body feels different down there. It just feels better.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. That blue zone is quite the interesting phenomenon, though.
It is. I don't know. I get back here and it's like I'm still okay, but my mentality, I just feel like I go in, not to depression by any means. I just feel like blah, like gray.
It's winter in Nebraska. January, February, March in Nebraska are typically pretty hard months for people.
They are. You sit at the kitchen room table or the kitchen table, you look outside and you see snow.
Yeah. And it's cold and there's not a whole lot to do. And
so you pull up the webcam inside Florida and you kind of look at, oh, water. It's so close, but yet so far.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So anyhow, you know, I got this email on Friday. I think it was Friday. And it was so irritating to me, but it made me reflect a lot too on what we do and some of the things that I struggle with clients and customers and relationships with clients and customers. And I get this email from one of our largest vendors, probably the vendor that we pay the most to every month because we utilize their services for a lot of our clients. And we get this email saying that there's going to be a, darn near double-digit increase in our prices that we get charged on a yearly basis. And I thought, holy crap, that's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And so we pay a tremendous amount of dollars on a monthly basis to this vendor. I mean, a lot of money. And we're going to be assessed this double-digit increase percentage-wise roughly April 1st.
Yep.
So 45 days, less than 45 days from now.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit there and I'm pondering, we deal with so many governmental agencies and nonprofits and organizations that are on budgets, fiscal terms, whatever it is. And those budgets are either due or coming due. Their fiscal terms start in, mid-year or, weird times, or maybe they just started. Mm-hmm. And here we go, and all of a sudden our rates our costs have now increased by double-digit percentages as to what we're charged. And now we're sitting, now what? How do we address that?
Well,
Life of a business owner.
I know it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard, but I mean, I can't think of a vendor that we use that hasn't sent an email in the last month saying, "Hey, our rates are increasing."
Oh, it's across the board.
I don't, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know. I don't think people will be surprised, but some of our clients are going to struggle with it.
They are.
But on the flip hand side, like, you haven't raised rates in
ever.
Like 5 years.
5-6 years. Easy. Yeah.
Now, some of our discounts that we've given customers have gone away just because prices keep increasing, and we're like still trying to pass on some of those discounts. But
we get a tremendous amount of credits, I would say, back from a lot of our top tier vendors. So,
and not tremendous anymore.
Yeah, I mean, not tremendous. And the secret's out. I mean, it always has been with us where, organizations in our position, we get, credits or discounts back because there's such a volume or bulk that's bought. And then so, at the end of the month or the end of the quarter, we get credits back. Well, we end up passing on those credits back to the clients in which we work with. I mean, we don't absorb those and just say, we're going to keep them and pocket them. We push those back. So, our customers, our clients see, discounts on their monthly invoices, and those really translate into the credits at which we receive back from our vendors. Well, every so often we have to go in and adjust those monthly discounts a little bit to make up for the credits or the discounts that we lose. So if we start to lose our discounts, then unfortunately our clients start to lose their discounts. Well, those discounts are off of normal kind of pricing that we have. And so customers kind of see that as a bill, like, oh my gosh, our costs are going up or our rates are going up. And it's like, really, no, they're not. It's our rates have stayed the same for 5-6 years now, but the discounts being applied have really they're starting to chip away a little bit. And I guess the consumer, the company kind of sees that as their rate going up, but really it's not. But it's funny, I was bringing this up because, like, in the sales process, I love the sales process. I really enjoy being, I think, that character. I love, that relationship, I guess. It's not really the hunt, I guess. Some individuals love the hunt of the sale and kind of going after that and signing the deal. For me, it's like signing the deal isn't that big of a deal. I guess that's the end result, but I just love the process of. I hate the process of, like, when they come up and say, "Hey, give me." In fact, you and I are both sitting this right now. We have multiple clients who are like, "Okay, give us a proposal and let's see where we go from here." And we're like, "Okay." Now what? So it's like we have more fun kind of building up to the climax of the proposal itself, and. Okay.
I think it's the building of the relationship.
Absolutely.
That we absolutely love.
And the maintaining of that relationship and seeing where it goes from there and keeping that going. I mean, for me, that's the fun part.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole proposal process and the formality of it. I mean,
I don't like that part.
Yeah.
I don't like that part at all.
And I mean, I don't want to equate it to marriage. I mean, I never would, but it's kind of like, the whole dating process, we love it. And like being married is phenomenal, but the whole ceremony piece, I mean, okay, we'll go through the 4 minutes, I guess, whatever it takes here to sign the paper. But okay, now let's kind of move on and have some fun,
Right. Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
But you and I are on the same page about that. I mean, a lot of people aren't, and they got to have a big thing, but yeah.
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 Yeah, we just kind of weren't. So there we go.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I think that is for me, but yeah, it's a discussion that has to be had, and I think for a lot of companies out there, a lot of people, I think it is a difficult thing to have to really talk to their clients and have that discussion, that yearly increase. And I know that a lot of clients that we're dealing with right now, they're struggling with it. Their businesses are struggling. Their organizations are really hurting. And the last thing they want to do is have that discussion with their customers about, hey, unfortunately, we have to raise rates.
Right. And we don't want to have that conversation, but the reality is, salaries are going up, wages are going up, snacks in the office are going up.
Oh God, here we go again.
Internet's going
Healthy
up.
snacks or unhealthy snacks? Are muffins or oranges?
Yeah. Everything's going up. And so I'm not sure, it's always interesting to me how some people get so upset by that. Well, how dare you raise your rates on us? Well, you're a business person too. You understand that these things are affecting your business. Well, they're affecting our business too. So why the shock and awe? I don't quite understand that. And it's unfortunate because it's just like everything is going up and it feels like everybody's taking advantage of everybody through that process. But then there's the reality.
Well,
cost of business is going up.
It is.
Therefore, cost of services is going to go up.
It is. And I mean, leases are going up. The CPI is going up. Our lease on our building where we're at now, I felt up higher than what it probably should have. But what the heck do I know about leasing out buildings or whatever? Parking's going up. Everything is increasing. And,
you went to get an extension cord tonight, and it was like $29 for an extension cord.
I was looking for a specific one, yeah. But
I know, but crazy still.
Yeah.
It's just everything's super expensive right now.
I know. It's nuts. So I don't know. It's businesses have got to really figure out kind of what's next. And, there's got to be a backbone too. But the issue with me right now is I'm also seeing businesses in my sector, kind of what we're doing, they're completely taking advantage of companies too, and kind of they're all moving lockstep. And inside the groups that I belong to, there's organizations out there charging 3, 4, 5, 6 times what we're charging, and I'm looking back saying why and how. And there's these private members only groups that I belong to, and they're bragging. They're out there bragging, saying, this is the norm, and join my group. Let me show you how to do this, and let me show you how to charge $300 per user per month to manage your IT network or whatever it is, or $200 a month per desktop computer that you manage. Or I think the one that we saw earlier today was it was a 24 user device network. It was $6,700 a month, I think it was, or almost $7,000 a month to manage a 24 user network. And I'm like, how? And I know it's real. These individuals are doing it, but they're high-fiving each other. I'm like, why? I mean, that in itself is on the way other end of the spectrum. And it's just like, there's no reason to rob people like this. And I bring it back and I look at it. I'm like, they're in it for the short term. They're in it for the short term, and they're saying they have this 5-year contract. It's this amount of money. And I'm like, why? It's like, I don't get it. I mean, I'm in it for the life. I mean, for the forever contract. I mean, is it $5,000 a month for 3 years, or would you rather have $1,200 a month for 30 years?
Right.
I mean, nothing is forever, but I mean, I'm in it for the long haul, for forever. And I mean, I saw a podcast last night, and I'll get the link. I'll put it below or in the comments, or not the comments, but in the description below. But it was with Dan Kennedy, and you can look him up. He looks like this. Even now today, he looks like he's straight out of the 80s still. But he kind of had this 30-minute thing out there, but it was like he was right on, where it's like, it doesn't matter what you have, but building that rapport and having that personality of that person that is always giving, and that person that is always building that relationship for now and into the future, and always giving something more. That's the entire key. It's like, you care. Has nothing else about this, about the smoke, the magic oil, whatever you're trying to sell, this coaster. It's about that personality and your well-being and what you're doing, and about you. It's like you're selling you in your relationship, and that is it. That's all you have at the end of the day, is yourself. So it's like, you can have whatever product you have, but it really comes down to you and what comes out of your mouth and what they trust and what you actually have. And that is it. So it doesn't matter what seat you have or what stack you have or kind of terms for, IT junk or whatever it is. It really doesn't matter. But you sell yourself. Mm-hmm. It's what it comes down to. And like what you were saying just before the podcast started, I mean, we weren't recording, but you were saying what, what were you saying about yourself, about really kind of not defining yourself, but figuring out, trying to say who you are, what you're talking about, or, and it's really about, it's you. So it's not necessarily, I mean, you have to be intelligent about what you say and how you say it, but it's really about what comes out of your brain or your mouth and how people, perceive you and who you are. It's what they're buying. It's what they're getting.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's all that it is. I mean, look at the call you got the other day. We got a call Friday afternoon, was it? Or I guess it was a text message. It was beep, 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 beep. Hey, Tom, what's Michaela's cell phone number? Okay, boom, there it is. And Tuesday meeting. Mm-hmm. And that turns into maybe a Heart Hustle client, maybe not, we'll see, but it was completely out of the blue. What for that person to even think of us for that reason, for a whole leadership training type thing, I mean, that's wonderful. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely wonderful. So it's like, things spread. So I don't know. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like you don't need widgets and magic potions and, these ebooks and everything else out there. And it's like people buy from people.
Mm-hmm. It's very true.
It's all that it is. It's just really hard to be in the same place at the same time or multiple places at the same time.
I was going to say that also makes it really hard in some ways for us to scale because anybody can do IT services. Anybody can provide HR services, but
how do you clone yourself?
Not everybody can, be in that relationship. And it takes time and it takes, how do you do it?
I know. And, the other day
you're wanted in multiple places, multiple times a day. And you're just like, I can't be everywhere at once.
I know. And it's funny. It was, 4 weeks ago, I was in, Furnace County, Nebraska. And McKenna can put on a map here and, ding it. And I got back, went back there. And then 3 weeks later, or 2 weeks later, we were down in Oldsmar, Florida. And then we're back in Kearney County, Nebraska. And then like now, next week or 2 weeks from now, I'll be back in Florida again. And then 2 weeks later, we're back in central Nebraska again. So it's like I was, 6 months ago, driving everywhere between, eastern Nebraska to western Nebraska, back to eastern Nebraska. Now it's like I'm eastern Nebraska, western Nebraska, flying to Florida, back to Nebraska, flying. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I never thought about that before. Now I'm like figuring out like plane schedules. Now, how do I hop on a plane, get down there by Tuesday, back to here by Saturday? That way I can be back over here by next Tuesday. And then back on a plane again, back down there by Friday. And I mean, it's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
All to meet new customers, new clients, and do whatever we can to, so on and so forth. So like today I hopped on the phone to Jason, one of our coworkers. I'm like, hey, Jason, how does this date here sound over here to meet a new customer and bring them on? And then we got to fly back over here, then go over here to do this and all together. By the way, happy 4th anniversary, Jason. And so it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't stop. Yeah.
No, it doesn't stop.
It's absolutely nuts. So I don't know. There's no magic bullet anymore.
Nope. We do what we can do.
Yeah. And even when we're hiring people, we interviewed a few people, or not a few, but a couple people last week. And we're getting down to the same thing anymore. It's like all these technical folks we interview, it's just like you see the resumes and you see all these, some of them are pretty deep and pretty wide over technical skills and what they can do. And they come in with the chest puffed out and standing up tall and, they work with all this technical jargon. It's just like, you really can't communicate very well, can you? Mm-hmm. You can't talk. And I think the first thing you said is like, we can teach anybody IT. It's like, but can you communicate? Can you play with the other boys and girls in the sandbox? Are you a jerk? So we can't teach you not to be a jerk. So it's how that rolls.
Yep.
I don't know. What else? I'm looking at your vintage shirt. So
My vintage shirt.
yeah. So,
I don't know. I don't have much else tonight.
you're kind of giving away your age there.
Well, people can't see it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
No, just as
Okay.
vintage. She's vintage, everybody.
I'm vintage. That's my age.
You're vintage. So, anyways, you told me not to say anything because people shouldn't know, but I think they should know because we said they're going to know the last podcast. But
Okay.
you say it.
It's not really a big deal.
I know it's not.
I mean, we're in Florida. So
for the 18
often.
people. Yeah, so
Not going to be a surprise to people.
it's not really a surprise by any means, but we're in Florida so much, and we really, really enjoy it there. But we ended up getting just a small little place in Florida for ourselves. Quite nice, I think. Has a big Tampa Bay view, of course. Water view, at least you can wake up, you can look at the water. But we're there so often, but we kind of have a place to kind of call home down there now. So
Got tired of Airbnb.
we got tired of Airbnb it all the time and
dragging our suitcases.
dragging our suitcases. So now we have the ability to kind of hop on a plane, kind of head down there, shorts and t-shirt, and just kind of keep stuff down there and meet with clients and do what we can and hop on back to this cold as heck place and so on and so forth. So yeah, so I think that's a nice jump in the right direction, I think. So, but yeah, business is good and things are growing and doing our thing. So,
Yep.
But that's our little secret. So if you see things posted out on a lot of Florida things and a lot of, I don't know, Ring camera pictures, I guess that's us longing for that place. But it is weird though. It's funny because we get here and we do nothing but stare at those cameras from here. And then we get back down there and we do nothing but stare at these cameras from down there. So it's kind of funny. It's like our dogs. They stare at the window to go outside, and then they go outside, and then they stare at the window to come back inside.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I don't know.
You always want to be where you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So
grateful for what we have for sure.
yeah, absolutely. So anyhow, any parting words?
I don't think so. Not tonight.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. Mm-mm. Do you have any parting words?
The only parting word I have is this.
What?
Why do chickens go to the gym?
I don't know. Because.
No,
Oh.
to work on their packs.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Cheesy joke.
Dad joke, I guess.
He's the master of dad jokes.
Yeah, I can't do so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight. That's the cue for the backdrop, and that's it. So
Sticky note.
we'll stick you note.
Changing it up.
There you go.
It's going to drive some people crazy.
It will. Maybe
All right.
McKenna can do something with I don't know. She can do something with it. So, all right, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.